have direct people to talk to. That makes things nice.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're gonna have James and Dana right there. I mean, honestly, your world shouldn't be too difficult when you're there.
Well, oh, isn't Cindy and Lindsay going too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like it honestly, Miss Adela said, she's already got it.
Yeah, but she's in
She's
Cindy,
not.
isn't
She's on
she?
their team. So yeah. So
Yeah.
so yeah. There's a lot of folks who already have it. So you can work with them. But I mean, you've got like direct access, especially for our version of it. Um,
Hmm.
you're gonna have James and Becky right there. You're gonna
Yeah.
have Dana and Amelia right there.
I'm like, okay. And they're like, sign up for what?
Yeah. Oh, did you guys go in and do that properly? I would love to
I
ask that.
don't think I did. I don't think I just said, yeah, let's do it. And I don't think I gave a date and I need to go. But now I can't find my page
Do
that
what
was on.
properly?
Okay, so yesterday there was a post that went up. It says, "Hello everyone, super important. If you want to be on the list, be on the list
Yeah,
to the Machine 2.0 this week. Go respond to this post." And the actual responding of that post to that post, um,
I didn't give a date. I just said, yeah, because I didn't know, because I thought James was putting his people in first and then us after that. So I wasn't sure where to say
okay,
yay or
so
nay on that.
what it said, the post itself says, "Post Machine 2.0 is launching this week in the Warrior Movement. We're sharing it in small groups led by your VPs and above. Comment the name of your main VP and above to be added." So that's all you needed to do was
I
put in
did
the
that.
name of.
I put Dana and Amelia.
That's all you needed to do.
Yeah.
Okay, I did do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and it's actually, if you look at it, well, there's 125 comments on it.
Oh,
um,
wow.
and there's an awful lot of Dana and Amelia.
Because I wasn't sure
Okay.
how we were supposed to do that because I thought they were going to let his team go, then our team go.
Yeah, like 19 hours ago is when I put mine in. Like the second the post went up, when James had posted it somewhere, and when he did that, I was like, okay, cool, boom, 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 and I just went and I did it. And then I noticed that, after that, Dana had forwarded it to our group. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So got in there
Yeah, that's
early.
Somebody else
why.
to go into our group and do it too?
No, it's just when James posted it, he had posted it for all of the Warrior Movement, and he had I got the notification that the post had gone up, because he had put a post up for that. And so I was okay, cool, that works for me. Oh, yeah, Francine got in there.
Oh,
Oh wait, let's see what you got. Yeah, and for people who were paying attention when they read it the first time, um, it tells like the only thing that those people commented were the names of who was right above them. Oh, that's
oh,
yeah. Like if you know who your VP or above is right above you, great. If you don't have a
Well,
VP
I
above you,
do. I didn't put. So was I supposed to put Ken's name and not? But Ken, I think, is below me in the lineup.
yeah, it's the one above you.
So I should have put Ken's name and not the.
When you well, it's is he a VP or above?
No,
Then no, it's not him.
then it's got to be her. That would be. I don't
Whoever
know.
whoever the higher
I
rank
don't
is
know.
above
I
you.
don't know who's above Ken. So to be honest,
Well, exactly. So that's when you put down the Harpers, because I don't know who's
that's what I
above.
did.
I know the people who are right above me, and none of them are VPs. So I'm like, okay.
Okay, so I
I,
did it right
yeah, you
because
did it
I was
right.
confused on it, and I'm like, so are we supposed to sign in yet or not?
Yeah. Uh, let's see, 18 hours, 19. Let's say I know I put mine in 19 hours. There's somebody else for 19 hours.
No, I just did mine this morning, like at 3 a.m. I read it yesterday 3 or 4 times. I'm going, I should have went and looked at the comments.
What are you talking about? What did I do wrong?
Nope, you did
why
right.
You did something wrong, Mama Sadie. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right,
Good
so
morning.
here's
Good
the deal.
morning.
Yes, and this is
Good
for everybody.
morning. Good morning to you both, everyone.
Good morning. So yesterday morning, James put up a post that said the Machine 2.0 is launching this week in the Warrior Movement. We're sharing it in small groups led by your VPs and above. Comment the name of your main VP and above, or just put me and Becky if you don't know, to be added. Well, for me, my main VP or above, who's below Becky but above me, would be the Harpers.
And that's what I put too.
I'm like Dana and Amelia. So that's all you needed to comment was just put Dana and Amelia. And that's what you did, Mama Sandy. I see yours right here.
And then she put
Okay.
my name in there too. And I'm like, yes, thank you. And then
Mama
I went
Sandy,
back and put
what
my
you
own
do?
name in.
I see it in there a couple of times, Mama Sandy.
Yeah, because I didn't. I put it in there the one time when I saw it, which was I didn't look at my phone until maybe like 5 yesterday evening when I saw it, and I said, "Man, who?"
Yeah, I see it's
And
3
then,
instances of it in here.
and then later on,
Yeah, I see.
I didn't see my name, so I put my name in there again.
Yeah, don't worry. Once you, I see it. I see 3 different instances of where you responded so far. So don't worry, you're covered. You're in there.
Oh, look at Adela, that cat. Ooh, I like that hat.
That was our anniversary that we
The
had.
anniversary
Yeah,
party.
Cute.
Nice.
yeah. I'm trying
Wow.
I'm actually on camera. There I am.
Right.
Okay.
But
See,
I'm
that's the
trying
perk
to
of that. You
fix.
can like dodge being on the camera, leave that picture up, and just be like, "All right, we're good."
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. But how do I take myself off there? I'm trying to change it so it's just that.
So under the more settings button at the bottom of the
Oh.
screen,
Oh, okay.
it should get you to the video backgrounds and effects.
More. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, I'll work on that. Keep talking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So real quick, I did I did my
I thought I saw yours in here too.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm
I did
good.
too.
Yeah. Where did you see we can see everybody's? What am I doing wrong? I don't see everybody else's.
Oh no, I pulled up the post from yesterday. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the post. And the ones I can see, yeah, there's a lot of Dana and Amelia answers. I love it.
I started to put James and Becky, and I said, because, Louis, see, I just don't, because like I said, my team, I'm Canadian, but I don't know if it's Jessie Merrifield, her daughters, because
It
I
would be
met
Jesse
her.
Merrifield.
So should I
But
have put them?
no, I don't think it
It doesn't matter.
matters.
You put
Because
it really doesn't. So long as you got
Dana
somebody
and
above
You
Amelia.
them,
went
it's
clear to the
fine.
top, so you're good.
Yeah, because we're
Yeah.
all Dana and Amelia.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
So you are
Right.
all
They'll be
new.
able to find you. Don't worry, they know who you are. They just needed to figure out if you knew. Because not everybody knows.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, so that's a yeah, not everybody knows. A lot of times people drop off, that kind of thing. Every now and then, like there's a couple people who knew that Dr. Lorette Willis is their direct upline next higher one
I even put Twyla because I knew
for
she was
those
vice
financial
president in our team. Did you see where I put
Hey,
Twyla?
Saw
if
that.
she's if she's right above you and that line up, I would say like the next line up as far as my ranking is concerned, I used to go yeah, none of them are VP, so Dana Amelia.
Couldn't go wrong with Dana and Amelia.
Dana Amelia usually works.
I
Wow.
figured that was the top of our line. That was safest.
Yeah, it's very safe to put them there.
So Louis,
you got the picture taken care of, Miss Adela. Yay.
yeah, you're under James or under who are who?
And should I put mine? Did I put Dan in there?
I don't know. Did you respond, Jerry, to the message?
Not yet. Should I put
Oh,
Dan?
Dana, yes.
Dana and Amelia.
Dana and Amelia.
And I got nervous when it said ASAP. Didn't it say ASAP?
Yes.
And I'm
So
thinking,
as soon as you see it, because they wanted to start rolling it out in whatever order they were getting those requests. So it's first come, first serve type of situation, probably. Which is why the second I saw it is the second I responded to it. But yeah, that's a first come, first serve thing for yesterday. So it's been at least 19 hours since that's when I put mine up there.
So they're doing this so that they can manage it better in case each group or something. Is that it?
Correct. So just like they did with the revolution where they brought it out group by
bit
group.
by bit. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing with the warrior movement as well. And so they pushed that over to us and said, "Hey, if you want in, sign up." And I was like, "Yes, I want in. I want now."
Yeah. Who are you under, Adela?
Well,
James and Becky.
it's well, it goes Donna Samuels and then Eva and then James and Becky. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
do
are
you
you-
already have the
Are you
2.0?
Revolution?
Yeah.
No, I'm not ready. No, I'm
No,
under
you're just warrior movement.
Warrior Movement. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm under oh yes, I do have it. And I tested it with two friends because I wasn't sure if I did it right, so it shows that I have these prospects, but they just did it for me, didn't see if it was working. But last night I did use it. I put an ad in our little Gazette, where I live. We have a little magazine, and this is the third time, and I've not got one call. And finally, yesterday, I got a call. And it's the last ad, too, because I wasn't going to pay for more ads if I'm not getting any response, right? And a gal's coming over tonight. We're going to do drop cock. And I used the 2.0. Yes.
Oh,
So,
good.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And what's neat is like those two friends that tried it out for me. I keep getting a letter back from the machine saying it's time to, did you reach out to them? And I mean, it keeps you on your toes too.
Yes, it helps you with your follow-up, like keeping
Yes.
track of making sure that you're staying on you're holding up your end of the follow-up deal.
Yes. Now I did send it out to quite a few others, but no one's answered it, so.
Mhm. That's okay. That's okay. It's the whole cast the big net type of thing and figure out what you can get in there.
Right.
Yeah, so that's
I
awesome.
kinda-
I love that it's working.
Good
I
morning.
kind of had a
everybody.
little.
Good morning. I didn't say good morning to all.
Good morning, Team Isadala. Mama Sandy made it on camera. Morning, Mama Sandy.
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, I figure I says, "Oh, you guys have seen me so many times without makeup." And
How many times do we told you it doesn't
PhD,
matter that you do or don't wear makeup around
invested.
here?
I know.
You know what though?
Uh,
Women our age have to have at least our lipstick on, right?
I don't even have that right now. Oh, that's why I was 8 minutes late. I jumped in the shower.
Oh my gosh, I love y'all. Y'all are great. Oh man.
Wow.
No worries, no worries. Awesome. Oh, I've got answers and stuff.
I kind of had a little
Oh,
oops yesterday, oops moment.
thanks.
I had one of my cousins was trying to recruit me. Now, I've never known her to network market,
Hmm.
and but we were in something else, crypto something.
Hmm.
But anyway, she texted me trying to recruit me with something, and I naturally I went right back at her because I didn't know if because it sounded as though she had not signed up yet. So I proceeded to tell her, because since she's my cousin, I'm upset. All these years because you've known that I've been a network marketer for many moons.
Right.
And
Right.
so I sent this back to her. I sent her information because I know how to network, and I'm sending her information. So finally she sends back in terms of this person. She had already signed up, blah blah blah. And I said, "What's the name?" Is I've never even heard. Has anyone ever heard of? I think it's called Vital Health.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's where the Stallards
Yes.
are.
Huh?
That's where the
So,
Stallards are.
Oh, really?
Yes.
yep.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Because I'm thinking this is some offbeat something. But anyway, um, I was talking to her. I've also told her, well, we can cross, in terms of customer, or for 29.95, she still can come in and get the product. But she knows nothing about network marketing because whoever recruited her has told her that they're going to do everything.
Oh my.
Somebody's
So
got a dream.
so I
Yeah.
had to swallow. I said, I wish you the best. I wish you the best, cousin.
Yeah.
But she's young. Well, when I say she's young, shoot, Stephanie. If Carl is 57, I keep saying young. Stephanie is older than Carl, who is
You
my
know I
my
love you. You know I
oldest.
love you, Mama Sandy, and thank you for reminding me that I'm the baby in the room right now. I
Stella, I
appreciate you.
forget how old we are. And so these are kids. I'm thinking these are kids, but I guess, I'm 21 years older than my son. So she is older than Carl. So she may be 60.
I love that you just refer to somebody in their 60s as a kid. Um,
Yeah.
you sound like me.
You know,
I,
I have
I'm
to
I'm the
share.
youngest one in the room right now.
You are?
The interpreter over
Oh,
there. The interpreter's like younger than me. I'm gonna just throw that out there. But I'm of all of us here, I'm the youngest one sitting here, and I'm 54. So
Gosh, I
You're younger than Jerry?
yeah, Jerry's older than me.
my son,
Oh.
my son that passed away would have been 60 in
Yeah,
March.
I'm 56.
56. My other son is 56. 1968. Were you born 1968, interpreter?
No, that was Jerry. Jerry's born in
that's
Jerry's
1980.
saying yes.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Jerry.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
My
Well,
son was born in 68.
yeah, so is mine. But you know what I'm finding, Sandy, is I don't know if you're finding this. I swear, I think I found the fountain of youth. In fact, I'm working on a little thing here for saying a fountain of youth. I'm okay. So you all know I'm 78 and a half now, but
Man, girl.
I'm hanging around people like you, Louie, and Jerry that are in their 50s, and even some of our younger. I'm feeling like I'm one of you. And then when one of you call me, like Peter Ho calls me mama, I'm going, oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
isn't that
And then,
awful?
and then somebody else calls me mama. And then the other day when we had a drop truck and I was, pulling my wagon. Oh, no, no, let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you. And I'm going, oh my God, I must be old. But I'm not this old.
You're only as
Oh
old as you
no.
feel.
That's right.
Oh no.
I remember when my first grandchild was on the way, and everyone else had become grandmothers way before me. I mean, they were quite a bit younger than me, but they were grandmothers. So I'm thinking, I'm on the late freight, and when my son told me, his wife, and I'm going, oh my goodness, because I really never thought of being a grandmother. I mean, I hear a lot of people want to be grandmothers, and and he goes, well, you're old enough, Mom. You're old, you're old enough to be a grandmother.
Yeah, you are old enough to be a grandma.
That
I'm old
that
enough to be a
reminds me of
grandfather. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you are.
I
And
am, which is weird
grandkids,
and creepy,
yes.
by the way.
because
I'm old enough to
he
be a
was
grandfather.
32. He was 32, and I'm going, well, Nikki's never married. Nikki said, mm-mm. So, I've got three grandchildren. One, my son And that's terrible, guys. My son, I guess he had this young lady when he was like 19. Well, she never told him that this child, she told him when she was pregnant because he had had relations with her. She, I guess, chose this other guy, and he always told her, she always told him that that was not his child. So now I find out about, it's been about 7 or 8 years now. I have a granddaughter. She's 36 now.
Wow.
Or- Yeah, yeah. And when she found out because her mother has a husband, her mother never married that gentleman, that man that she, and so my granddaughter all the time thought that this man was her father. And he did raise her, or he didn't raise her, but he was there for her and recognized her as his, even though her mother married someone else and has been with this other person all these years. He never knew. So her sister knew that my son was that child's father. And
Wow.
I was in the salon, guys. My son, Adela, the kids, everybody else knows that my son owns a salon, which is Thursday is my day. But I'm in the salon, and Nikki is hilarious. That's my daughter. That's my baby, who is Louis' age. Look,
Okay.
Nikki, this young lady was in there sitting, and I was actually where he was getting ready to curl my hair, and Nikki comes, she says, "Mom, does she look like anybody that you know?" And I'm looking at the girl like, oh, like am I supposed to know her? And I'm going, well, she looks like some of the Waters, who is a part in our family. And so then Mama Sandy's kind of crazy too, Adela. So I go and I look her square in the face. I'm looking, and she's grinning. And I don't know what came over me. I says, "Are you my grandchild?" I did. I did. And she says, "Yes, ma'am."
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
exciting.
yeah. I mean, but at the same time, it was strange, and it was, and my great grandson was downstairs getting his hair cut. So my son was a grandfather. He was 6 at the time, my great grandson. And I'm going, no, he wasn't there that day. No, he was. I'm sorry. He was not there that day. But anyway, that's how I understand my son found out. Her sister bought my son's grandson in there and took him downstairs to the barber's. And she came upstairs and told my son, "That's your grandson downstairs." That's how
Wow.
my son found out.
Well, this sounds like a soap
Wow.
opera.
I know, I
Days of
know. I mean,
Lives.
it was
That's
really, it was something. And so that particular day, I'm sitting there, Sandra, how do you work with this? And so, when he and I says, "Well, how do you know?" He says, "Well, as soon as the sister told him, and she knew, the girl knew, and they had a DNA, and my son, it was 99.9 or whatever, that he was the
wow.
dad." And so I asked her, "Do you have any plans after you leave here?" Because she was just there, I guess, to meet and to be around her father. She was just sitting there. And so I said, "Well, I'll take you out to dinner." And you know where I took her, Louis? She, myself, and Nikki, we went to Maggiano's. I took I took her to Maggiano's, and we ordered. And so in conversation, I didn't want to pick her. I didn't want to, you know, pick her brain or whatever. She was 27. She was 27 at that time. And so I asked her about her mom, in which I did. It turned out, because we had a lot of properties at that time, my son, and I remember my husband back in the day caught my son coming out of this particular one of the apartments. Her mom is like 2 years older than my son. And my I remember back in the day, my husband saw Carl, what are you doing coming out? Because she rented from us.
Oh,
And that's how that happened back in the day.
Wow.
And yeah. And so I knew her grandmother. I says, well, who's your people? And so when she told me who her people were, well, I went to school with her other grandmother. I says, Rita? I says, Rita Bell. So that was something. And then we were, Mama Sandy got, because I was trying to help her to be comfortable, yeah, because, this was strange. And so, like I said, when I found out I knew her people, and I thought to myself, I wonder, did they know? Um, but anyway, she sat there and she looked at me and she says, what does Courtney and Carl, little Carl, call me? And I says, Nana. And she asked me, she says, can I call you Nana?
Oh,
I
how
said,
cute.
I said, of course, of course. And from that, she started texting me the next day, how are you, Nana? You know,
Aw.
oh,
yeah,
Precious.
she started to visit and come over. So yeah, but now I don't see any of them, any of my grandkids.
They're all
I
so
they
busy.
get busy.
They're all busy.
I
I have,
know.
I have 11 grandkids. The oldest one's going to be 40. That's when you know you're getting old, when your oldest grandchild's going to be 40. And then I have 12 great grandchildren. But all the adults are so busy. And that's why I'm so glad I got into this business, because I would just sit here at home. And especially on weekends, it's like, boy, it'd be nice if somebody would call or invite us over for dinner, something like that, right? And I understand they have their lives, but I used to go visit my mom and dad all the time. But anyway, and my grandparents once in a while, I guess. So I guess that's just the circle of life. But I thought I did this business because it's keep me busy and not thinking of family all the time. Like, where are they? What are they doing? So, and since my son passed, um, it's been really difficult. Yeah, because I think they have a hard time uh, doing some of the things we used to do as a family with my other son and stuff, because Rick's not there no more. So it's been a roller coaster of emotions, but I gotta just praise God for every day.
Yep.
Yeah, and for
Yeah, I
this,
know you said, Adela, he passed of cancer.
he had that brain tumor,
Yeah.
GBM. He was 54, and we were we were lucky. We had him for 3 years, doing really pretty good until his last brain surgery. He had a stroke, and they left half his body. He understood it, where he couldn't move that much. We had to help him in and out of the wheelchair and all that for 3 months, and then he understood everything. That was the hardest thing, to know your son's mind is locked in his body, and he wanted to talk and couldn't talk to you. That was
Oh, that
that
would be heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. There was one time they were having a barbecue at my, praise God, my youngest brother had him and my son and his wife living with them at the time, because, well, that's another story. But anyway, I'm so grateful for my younger brother, because he helped take care of my son the last 3 months. But we're at their house, and Gilbert's making steaks for everybody. And so Rick and I didn't know they were making steaks, and I took chicken pot pie. Not in the plan, by the way. Anyway, um, so I go, oh, I made chicken pot pie. Okay, well, that's fine. That's okay. You guys can eat these later. And Rick had finished eating his steak and everything, and he couldn't talk, and he was going, like pointing to stuff and trying to say he wanted something else. So nobody could figure out what he wanted. But Mama knew what he wanted. I said, "You want chicken pot pie?" Yes, yes.
Aw.
So
Wow. Wow.
yeah, that was the hardest of the last 3 months. But he knew Jesus. He used to say, "Me and Jesus are like this, Mom." And I gotta tell you guys, one reason I'm sticking with this business. When he got his cancer, I was selling jewelry. I don't know if I told you this already. I hope I didn't. But anyway, I was selling jewelry at the time. I was on a party plan with Premier Design Jewelry. And he said, I quit because he got cancer. And, I had a hole in my heart. I just can go further. And he says, Mama, he says, you're good at this. Don't quit. You're good at stuff like this. You're good with your girls. Like I can go on. And then he said, Mama never says anything about retiring the Bible. So I hear that voice all the time. That's what's pushing me. He's pushing me. And so I want to make that gala affair now. I made I took a picture like this of it. It's on my kitchen table and I'm seeing it every morning. I want to make that. But God, Louis, that seems like so hard. 6,000.
But it's
Because
6,000 over like 2 months.
it's hard for me to get to
It's
6,000.
it's
You
6,000
got
over 2
that.
months. It's
And
gonna.
They
that's
don't,
for
I thought,
ultimates.
so,
What?
okay. I thought you had to do it all in 1 week.
No, it's 6,000
No.
over 2 months.
Oh, okay. That's
It's
doable.
cumulative, guys. It's 6,000 over 2 months. You can
That's
totally do
doable.
this.
I didn't know that, Louis.
Oh,
Y'all
okay.
ain't been reading it right. It's
See,
6,000 across
Stella,
2
see
months.
why we need Louis?
The
See why we
qualification
need
period, it
Louis?
goes from June 21st all the way to August 22nd. It's
So
literally
that's
across 2
doable.
months.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody asked James that question when they posted it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's cumulative." So no, we're not expecting you to rank all the way up to VP, though that's what it would get you if you did it in 1 week.
See, I
Okay,
have
she's
to
got it.
Oh, I
She's
love
got
it.
it
I
right there.
love it.
Oh,
Love it.
So it's accumulated 6,000 until August 22nd. Okay.
Correct.
And
We
so
well,
can
it's
do it.
doable.
let's pray
That's
this
like
out.
1,000 a week or less.
Yeah, that's literally like 1,000 a week. Like you could hit manager every single week, like brand new manager. Congratulations, boom, 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 boom. There you go.
So this week, let's say I only had 500 points. It carries over to next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
now
if
That's what
you
I
just add
thought
and
it
it
then
was the
together
other
for
way
the
too. I'm
entire
like,
term,
man,
first.
I thought it was a month in 1 month period, Louis. I really did.
no, you got 2 months to pull that one
Because
off.
I can't even get to the vice VP. I tell you, these people.
Yeah.
So Louis,
Yes, ma'am.
I made VP on the 21st. So it counts. Those points are
yeah,
gonna for that.
Yeah,
all
Yeah,
girl.
them points.
yeah,
So
I
you're
got
closer than you think.
oh
So all you
yeah.
need to do, so you
yeah.
need to
Tell me
be at
what to do.
least,
You're probably close.
yeah. So long as you're VP or above, uh right, either before the qualification period started or hit VP during,
Uh,
um then you're in there for that. But then if you didn't make it to 6,000 points yet,
no.
then you just keep adding whatever you get into that bucket until
Every
you get
week.
6,000
Every week.
every
So to
week.
figure out how many points I have, Louis, this might be a little lesson for all of us. Okay, so I can go in my back office, and where do I go to start adding up the points from June 21st?
So the volume report will be the best one to go look at.
And
And
start at June 21st?
let me see. Yeah, the hard part is trying to figure out which week is June 21st.
June
It's on our
21st.
tracker for the
It's
millionaire
on
mentorship.
the thing.
Give me 1 sec. I'll figure it out for you guys.
It'll tell you what
You
week.
know, you guys, somebody mentioned the tracker. I'm so bad at doing these trackers. I don't have it enough to do everything. I mean, I just don't have the time, but I'm doing the do. I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Uh,
because it's too many trackers to be. I am keeping up with the latest tracker, but the
I
other
have
tracker,
and actually, let me pull up. You know what?
because the
I'll
latest
do it
one
that way.
is easy.
I'll do that
It's
one.
easy
That one.
peasy.
I can't wait to go to Punta Cana and maybe hook up with somebody to help me, Twilla.
That's gonna be
Oh,
really
I'm not
good.
even, I didn't get into the millionaire mentorship because I was in Africa when that was going on and I wasn't paid. And we only had internet when we were in, and you were busy the whole time.
Yeah,
And I was there for 15, 16 days and we were gone and you kind
yeah,
of get out of touch.
yeah.
And when I finally got back into what was going on, I was like, I don't know. I helped Louie. That's all I care. Louie got
Well,
jealous.
I'm close enough to Louis. I'm gonna treat Louis to lunch or something and meet up with him.
Y'all are awesome.
Now that's really, ooh, wow. I wish I was that close. I'd probably
Uh,
be at his house
I'm
all
about an
the time.
hour. I'm about an hour away with no traffic.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah, she's
Good
Yeah.
okay.
morning, everybody.
Hey,
Good
Gloria,
morning,
I
Morning,
would miss
guys.
you, Gloria.
Miss Gloria been here the entire time, y'all. Morning, Miss Gloria.
No, the other days though, the other days I saw when she popped on.
Good morning, Gloria.
Yeah, yeah. Nice to meet you, Adele. I see you on the IP call all the time.
Nice seeing you too, Gloria.
It's
And Miss
good to
Gloria's down
see
in
you here.
Texas. Mama Sandy's over in St.
Yes.
Louis. Miss Shelley's up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and
Okay.
Miss Twyla is up in Montana. Ain't nobody nearby.
Lord.
Jerry's in New York.
And Jerry's over in Buffalo, New York.
New York.
Actually,
How
New York.
It's
exciting
what,
is that?
5
That's
hours, I
exciting.
think, to go see Shelley,
Oh, between Shelley and you,
where
Twyla?
we live.
5 hour difference or 5 hour
Yeah,
travel. Yeah.
5 hours of travel.
Yeah. And from, gosh, I think the next two closest pair would be Mama Sandy and Miss Gloria. Maybe?
Well, I don't know.
Like Mama
Gloria's
Sandy's
probably, I
middle of the
don't know
country.
what
She's
that
in St.
drive
Louis,
would be.
so or just outside of St. Louis. So she's
Yeah,
kind
we're
of
both
as
Central
central as
Standard
central's gonna
Time.
get around
That's
here.
all we know.
Yeah.
You know, Louie, if everybody keeps taking you dinner, you're gonna be either fat or rich.
Okay, I'm going with both. I'm
Gloria,
going
what's
with
your
both. I'm
closest
okay with
big
that.
town?
Say again.
What's
Gloria.
Gloria's closest big town in Texas?
Oh, to you, Miss
Houston is
Gloria?
Houston is 100 miles away, and Dallas is 250.
Okay, because I've got a sister-in-law in Houston, and then I've got a second cousin in Dallas. Then I've got nieces in San Antonio.
That's about 5 hours. Dallas is about 3 hours. Houston's about 2 hours. And I try not to go there.
She don't like the traffic.
You
Oh,
sound like
it
me
is
in LA.
terrible.
Oh yeah, I've been
I
there.
just try not to
I've
go
been.
there.
Yeah, I went to
I love my
Houston.
country home.
Oh, I hate that.
My little town of Onalaska has got about 7,000 or 2,000
Oh, yeah, I
people
love the country too.
till the summer. And because we're out on the lake, my house is about a mile from the lake, and I have to cross bridges all the time to go to work. And because of that, everybody wants to bring all their little seat toys and play in the water. And I think the population goes up to like 9,000 or something.
Wow.
Like Florida does. Florida does the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in a little country town, Forms.
Not
I
far
don't
from
even.
my brother's.
I don't know. I think there's 8,000, 5,000. I don't know where our population is.
You live close to my
Um,
brother.
yeah,
I'm gonna interject
yeah,
for a
you know
second
where
here.
I am, Twyla.
I
Yeah,
love y'all dearly.
because my brother lives in Edwardsville.
Edwardsville.
Yeah,
And see, I was
I'm going to
from
jump in here.
Edwardsville. We owned
go
Yeah.
for it.
20.
Get in there,
Go
Mr.
for it.
I'm
Louis.
gonna jump in here. Hi.
Yeah,
Because I've
we
been
owned
with Adela
22
for a second.
acres
Miss
in
Adela,
Edwardsville.
Yes. Yeah.
the question you asked, when is June 21st? It was week 26.
Okay. So I go
So
I go to
week
week
26 is the beginning of June 21st to June 27th is week 26 on the reports. So you just pull up week 26
Okay.
information.
I'll have
That's
to
the
go
week
look
that
at
you have to look
mine.
at.
Okay. So I go back to week 26 and then just add up from there to now how many points I have.
All the new volume bonus between week
Oh, I
20,
hope I
week
made it.
26 and forward. So
It
yes,
has to be new volume, so it can't be anything old. So it's all new volume.
correct.
But
There's only
you
been
just did all that stuff in there, so you should.
New volume that I had. Oh, it wouldn't be what I had because one of my
It can
downlines.
be your downline too. I believe it all trickles up, but it has to be new
Oh,
volume.
okay, yeah, because my one gal was okay. My one gal brand partner sponsored someone, and that someone, after 3 weeks in the business, decided to become, on June 21st, became a what do you call it?
Brand partner.
Ultimate.
Ultimate.
Oh,
Mhm.
cool.
So then I called my brand partner directly. I says, Diane, you are so close. I mean, you can stay where you're at and make $150 off her PV right now, or if you can become a brand partner, I mean, an ultimate now, you can, make 30%. And so luckily she had just got her tax return. So she became ultimate. So she was able to make more money. And that's how I became vice president. I wasn't even working towards, well, I mean, we're always working, but I was trying to help her make extra money.
Right.
And
And
by doing
that's
that,
when everybody
That's
wins.
good.
That's
yeah.
how I went. I had 5 people go ultimate L at once. I was like manager or somewhere right in there, and went. The next thing I know, I'm vice president.
Yeah.
I just like
Wow.
5 or 6 levels, all boom, and
Yeah,
then
you can fly
crickets.
through the ranks if you've got one large leg. Like some of us have like one really large leg. Like
Yeah,
my
I had
first leg
one.
is built completely out, so I can fly. My second leg is as everything that comes in my business now goes in my second leg, and so that's the fun part because that is a lot of if I get 5 people who decide to all go ultimate at the same time, or let's go 6 people because that's an easier number. That's 30, 60, 90. Right? 6 people going ultimate is 9,000 PV.
Oh,
Wow.
you're going to go senior vice president, aren't you?
That would shoot me to 9,000 PV hanging out in my second leg. If I had 6 people, if 6 people just choose to go ultimate all at the same time, come in and go ultimate and just do the thing. Yeah, I would shoot straight from down at senior manager where I'm sitting right now, way up into that's easily senior VP, I think.
Yeah. I
I
think
think so. Senior vice president, I think.
I believe it's senior VP. And so it is, I mean, you fly through. I would skip so far over director.
But the crazy
Director and
thing,
senior director would be a blur. The first level of VP would be like what just happened, and then senior VP. I'm sitting right there. If not all, yeah, I think that takes me up to senior VP, and then officer is the next level after that.
It was just like, wow. But then they just barely buy for themselves if they even buy.
yeah,
I mean, it
yeah.
just
Right.
Well,
all,
I don't
they're
understand
using,
that.
but see, they bought all that product. So they're
They bought
using their product.
25. They bought 1,500 PV. It takes a while to go through 1,500 PV. Don't get me wrong. Like you can do it, but it's going to take you a couple months to pull it off. So you're going to have somebody like people who come in and go ultimate. If they buy their ultimate up front, then they've got 1,500 of their own PV sitting there just, okay, I don't need to buy anything for a while. So they're not going to have anything else purchase wise for themselves.
Except they'll lose their points.
Well,
Yeah,
that's true. Well, they at that point in time, they don't really care about it. They're gonna like so long as
Yeah,
they
they're
maintain
not.
their. Some of them will remember that they need to maintain the 100 PV, which we need to remind them that they do need to maintain their monthly qualification of 100 PV in order to keep your standing as far as being commission qualified, to keep your points, that kind of thing. You do want to make sure that they understand that even if you do come in with the 1,500 pack, whatever that may be, whatever grouping of stuff you put together to come up with 1,500 PV, you still the next month need to order and continually have that subscription set up for at least 100 PV, and you can change up what that 100 PV is. I just changed mine recently from the trio that I usually buy over to the optimals because I was running low on optimals. I'm like, here, let me just switch this out.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
I
In
do
fact,
that all the time.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but making
Mhm.
people understand that they need to be able to um, uh, maintain their level every month at 100 PV, get that thought in their head. It's like that first initial upfront, whatever, that's an optional thing. If you don't want to come in at 1,500 PV, you want to come in at 200, fine, do the 200. At least get your business activated. But coming in at the
What do you
1,500. Yes,
what
Mr.
do you say when this happened to me a lot? Well, I'll be a brand partner, but I'm not wanting to do the business. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
one of
I've
those.
got a lot of that.
So in fact, I had one that started in March, and she's my little travel agent friend. That thank God, oh, because she helped me with all this winter kind of stuff. But anyway, I get and I see her at different networkings, and all of a sudden the other day she's okay. Now tell me about the business, and it's been like 6 months, right?
Uh-huh.
So I sent her the machine too, but she hasn't done that. But
Uh-huh.
even though she's a brand partner,
Okay.
I don't know. I got confused and I sent it to her, but she didn't do that. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to ask you is I'm having a small drop talk tonight, okay,
Mhm.
and probably about 6 women, and I have one girl, if she comes, she's really kind of down right now. And I'm usually pretty good about edifying and lifting people up,
Mhm.
but I'm having a hard, I can read body language, and she's discouraged because she wanted to come in. I kept telling her it's not just really about selling, it's about sharing. Well, she bought a lot of product, and she said to me the other day that everybody she sold product to, they said it's not working. So
Yeah, I got that too. But and you got to tell them it doesn't. You've messed up your life for how long? Your
yeah,
body is this way. It takes months to correct what you've got going on. It isn't
yeah,
just going to do it over
okay.
1 month.
Right. That's what I'm going to tell her people.
Yeah.
And hopefully she'll come tonight. She's already bought her ticket. She not only bought her ticket to Dallas, she won a ticket to Dallas. So she'll be
Well,
in Dallas.
that's awesome.
So
That's
that
awesome.
would be a plus. I mean, hopefully she'll get the fire lit up under her.
Yeah. So a good way to approach her, especially when with that discouragement going on,
Yeah.
because yes, we all do have people look at us and go, "It's not working." I've sold some stuff to people, and they're, not only is it not working in some cases with the ones I've sold, but some people were like, "Oh, it triggered," and this ladies, I've discovered that this is a thing. UTIs, the drops
Oh,
Oh,
will trigger a UTI.
oh,
Well,
Um,
she needs
and
heard
I've
to
that.
had
take other
I've
no
had
way.
products.
multiple
See,
I've had multiple
everybody's
people actually
into
tell me
the.
that that's the case, like that, and it wasn't just one person; it's several people that were like, "Yeah, it
Oh,
triggered a UTI." I mean, I was like, "Oh, that's okay.
They're
It's
not
not something I
drinking
haven't heard
water.
of."
They're not
Yeah.
drinking water for that to have happened, Louis. And
Oh,
it's more than just the weight loss. The noni, the moa, the optimals.
yeah.
So
Well, all
many
they were
other
taking,
things,
all they were taking were the drops.
Yeah,
and the
I had one.
seaweed.
That's it. That was all they were taking, and they were like, "Oh, well, that's, because that's what
They're not drinking
they saw the
water.
post for. That's what they wanted to try." I was like, "Okay, fine. Well, let's give the drops a try." And they tried, and they're like, "Yeah, the UTI flared up real fast." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that
They're
was
not
the
drinking
first time I
water.
heard it. I was like, well, that sounds not common, not usual to me." And then the next time I heard it, I was like, "Oh, wait. So this is actually a thing." Because the two people were not related at all, and they actually do drink a lot of water.
Well, do they drink caffeine? Caffeinated?
Usually
Um, Usually not.
Usually not. That's just it. So that's why I was like, wow, I know that these women are generally speaking pretty like con, consistent with their water intake. They're pretty like diligent about not spiking their blood sugar and body with any like high levels of caffeine or anything like that. So it was kind of odd to me that that would happen. It's
Yeah.
not the it wasn't the first time. The fact that there was multiple people who said it to me, I was like, oh, so this is a
That's
thing.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had that happen, and I don't know of anybody that I've given my or sold to that has said it's happened to them.
Especially if they're
So
drinking water and doing what they do.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, and so I encouraged one of them to because she was like the second it hit, she's like the UTI was worse than anything she'd ever had. I was like, oh, that's probably not good. But I mean,
well, the body
adjusting,
was detoxing. That's what they say too.
correct.
You know.
Yeah. And then that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, maybe your body's just trying to detox to get stuff out, and it just happened,
that
harsh
was
all at
the
once.
weakest place to
Maybe
go.
Restorix. Maybe they should have used the Restorix to
Well, they
detox.
didn't warn me. Like, it's not you call me up as soon as you get a UTI and be like, "Hey, Louis, I have a UTI." That's not what happened.
Right.
Um,
7 minutes.
okay, thank you very much. And it was just that, I asked how were like I know that they had gotten the drops. I was like, "Hey, how's it going with the drops?" And that's when they told me, "Oh yeah, I stopped taking them a few weeks ago." I was like, "Oh, why?" And they're like, yeah, oh, it's because I got a UTI." It's not something that you broadcast right off the bat, man. Hey, Louis, this is causing me this, but it's the only thing that they had changed in their regular diet
Repertoire.
type thing that they could have pinpointed on. I was like, okay. So there is that.
So
But
now
yeah,
you
so
know
that
that,
was,
Louis. You
say
can
again.
tell people, now that you know that, when people tell you that, you can say, well, this is a really good sign. So your body is detoxing. Here's some things you can do.
Exactly. And that's when I will start offering up the other products that we have that might help with the detox problem, the Restorix, because the body is trying to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it makes for a good side selling point if necessary. And so, Miss Adela, to your point of you're a person with the decline in business or the decline in interest, really. Letting her know, one, she's not alone. Please let her know that she is not alone in the
Okay.
people keep turning me down, or they buy it once and they never buy again, and like it literally happens to all of us.
Okay.
If she ever wants to come in and hop in on this call, she can hear it from us face to face. More
Yeah.
than happy to do that. But yeah, like
You leaving, Gloria?
No, I was just saying I'm agreeing.
yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
saw you wave.
yeah, and
No,
that's
I was agreeing.
yeah, and
Okay.
we are because we are. I mean, we come in here and we talk about what's going on. If you're not connecting inside of any of these calls, if you're not hopping on the IPA call, if you're not hopping on like some other accountability call or something like that, you're not hearing the stories. You're
That's
not
right.
hearing the information from the other brand partners who are out there who are also going through the same things. So trying to keep those folks connected would be super helpful. I gotta
I would
see.
say text or message one of the nurses on the group call,
Yeah, Pam
ask
or
them,
Diane.
Pam, and then ask them if there's any suggestions for.
Yeah,
Then you
Pam,
have other
Diane,
things.
Beth, like there's a bunch of RNs out there who would be more than willing to chat it up, especially I mean Pam's right here in California. So yeah. But yeah, any of the RNs that are in the groups,
Yeah,
um,
right.
we got tons of them. So yeah.
Yeah. Because hopefully she'll come tonight, and then I have another gal I bought, and she wanted to be a brand partner, but she's not ready to do anything, but she's a brand partner. So hopefully I'll
Yeah.
motivate them tonight. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, I have full faith. As soon as they start to realize exactly how powerful, not only are the drops, because that's what they went in for, was the drops
Right.
and the cheaper price. But eventually they'll say, so what else is it that we actually offer? And start using the
And
other
see, that's
products.
what, because I take the drops, but Adela, I know I don't do what it takes to lose the weight because I eat.
I hear you. Well, listen, I think we have our call coming up, don't we,
We do
Louis?
3 minutes. We
Yep.
got to bounce. Good morning, Mr. Greg. We're out of here. I love you guys.
And Mr. Greg just asked me, did I want one or two breakfast sandwiches? See,
I love you, Mr. Greg.
that's why I don't lose the weight,
Thank
but
you very much,
everything else
everyone.
is
Have a
working.
nice day, and we'll see you all around. Love you.
See
Take
you.
care.
Thank you
See you
guys.
tomorrow.
On the
Bye.
next call.